We're just going straight in for part 2?
Yeah, I did decide to just shove a donut in my mouth though.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let you finish that.
Healthy breakfast.
No, I've not even had my breakfast yet.
Everything's throwing off when you're on a night shift.
So, you must have been up early today to go to Argos.
Well, I dropped Lauren off at work, so I got to hers at 7 o'clock, dropped her off. Dropped George off at 7:30, and then I went to B&Q.
Yeah.
Then I went to the food warehouse, then I went to B&M, and then me and Lauren decided, yeah, let's just get this Hoover. But then it was out of stock, so I pre-ordered it for Ilkeston, I've got to go there later. So that's why.
What Hoover is it?
Getting the Shark.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say we've got a Shark.
Our Dyson's it's just had problems after problems.
Yeah.
They're not really best that it used to be.
No, when we first moved here, my mum and dad, they gave us their old Dyson. And to be fair, there was nothing wrong with it. It was just heavy because it was an old one. Mm-hmm. Like, it was big and heavy, and yeah, so we just eventually we got rid of it. But then we'd read all these reviews of Shark ones, and I think we got like when we ordered it was at a sale, and we got money off and thing. Did I get some money off my blue light card? I can't remember. But yeah, ever since we had one issue with it where we did think it wasn't working, it wasn't sucking up. Turned out that we took it all apart, washed the filter, everything. Turned out there was like a blockage in the pipe. That was just like dead simple to thing, but touch wood, since then we've had no issues with it. Really good.
Very nice.
Would highly recommend it.
Alright, well, I finished my donut now.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the No Format Podcast, part 2 of Movies to Take to the Afterlife, with me, Charlie, and the Batman to my Robin, which now I've said it, I'm pretty sure I've just used that intro before, but I don't care, I'm just going to use it again. Michael.
Hi there.
How you doing, Michael?
I'm not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Sorry about the delay in being dead for another week, but
I know.
How you finding the Afterlife?
It's quite nice actually. Everyone's really friendly up there.
Yeah, that's all right. Or down there, depending which way you go. So, no, really joking.
I see how it is now.
I'm sure you would be straight up north, if you will.
Yeah, but I'm a southern boy at heart, so.
Well, yeah, that is true. You are from.
Will I just go down south because of that? I'll be like, no, I'm not heading up there. Up to north. Why would I go up to north when I can go down south?
So it'd be like heaven would be just like Yorkshire, effectively. Then.
Yeah.
It is referred to as God's country.
Heaven's Yorkshire and hell's Somerset. Sorry to any of our Somerset listeners.
Yeah, that was our big demographic down there. Big popular down in Somerset.
We just shot them all off.
We've just lost all them people. So we did. I think we did about 6 or 7 films last episode. 7, yeah. Last Mike was telling us how he hated The Matrix and we should burn every copy of it. It's the worst film ever made, which I thought was a little harsh. But
if I said Donnie Darko for that answer, would that be the more acceptable answer?
I've not seen Donnie Darko.
Okay.
So I couldn't comment.
If you watch it and hate it, everyone would just say, "Oh, it's because you didn't understand it."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, you say you don't understand it. Like
I do understand it. That's the thing. I understand it perfectly. It's just boring as shit.
Well, I'll have to watch Donnie Darko and I'll be the judge. If I can't understand it, then we're alright. But if I can understand it, then I'm just going to say the same to you, that you can't understand it. And we'll go from there. So our next question is, what is the film that means the most to you, not because of the film itself, but because of the memories that you have with it?
Like, the film, I genuinely think is absolutely fantastic. Have you seen this film before? Let's say what it is. You
can say what it is, but I've never heard of this film before.
Okay. So I still remember at university, whenever we'd come in from a drunken night out, this film would always just get put on TV. We'd watch it so many times. And it's a film that I've got memories of, like, university and my mates, Vince and Tom, more than anything. Just hanging out with them after we'd been on a night out and just watching this film and just not caring about life. It's done by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Got their names mixed up. Of South Park.
Okay.
And they invent... basically, I think they're at a party and some frat boys are like sort of... it's been a long time since I've seen the film. Some frat boys are like winding them up, like saying, "Oh, do you want a game of like I think they're trying to play horse or basketball, like sort of thing. But they know they're going to lose, so they sort of make up their own game, and it becomes basketball, and it becomes this big national game. Like everyone absolutely loves basketball, and it's like played all around the sort of world even. But yeah, it's just basically a mix between basketball and baseball. But it's such a funny film, like really, and it's quite heartwarming as well, like well. But yeah, it's just got memories of just chilling out at university watching this film.
Okay. Well, you know what? Now you've said it's called basketball. When I first read it, I thought you just named us like I thought you'd put basket. I'm not seeing how it was spelt of basketball, not basketball.
Oh, okay.
So I just saw basketball and thought, oh, maybe Space Jam or something that you just put as a reminder. I don't know. I was thinking, why would you just not put the name of the film? But okay.
Yeah.
Is it a sort of South Park like cartoon film then?
No. It's a live action film.
Okay.
They've done a few live action films. Another one that I love by them, obviously, Team America World Police, but they've also got another film called Orgasmo, which is about a Mormon who goes like sort of door to door, sort of like preaching the word of the Lord and stuff, but somehow gets dragged into an adult movie set, and he can't show skin or anything, but he's somehow into this like porno. And my favourite thing about it is Matt Stone's character just plays like a sound man or something, and he's continuously going up to Trey Parker's character, being like, "Don't want to sound queer or nothing, mate, but I think unicorns are really cool." Like just random words like that, like that's all he says pretty much. Like I don't want to sound queer or nothing, mate, but and then just saying something that like old school 90s would say, oh, that's a bit gay sort of thing. Yeah. But then the last line of it is someone's in the middle of having sex in the porno, and he goes, "Don't want to sound queer or nothing, but you got a nice cock." Just really well set up. But yeah, no, Basketball is a great film by them.
Okay, fair enough. So my next question is, what is the sexiest film?
Now this one, I know you struggle with this, and then actually I did struggle with this myself. I remember I used to have a weird friend who would always like, you go around his house and he'd be like, "Oh look, I've got this film," and put it on, and it'd be like some like what's it called, striptease with Demi Moore and Michael Douglas and things like that, and it just fast forward to the naked scenes. It's like, I don't feel comfortable watching this with you, mate. Like it's just weird, like the fact you're showing me this, like it was very odd. But so like I could name those films because they are very sexy films, to be fair, but I think because of what sort of came alongside it, I was like, no, it's not sexy at all, because all I've got is this creepy old friend who's sitting there and saying, "Oh, look, boobs." But, yeah, it's just weird.
And it's weird because this only happened, like, this was me and you the other day.
But yeah, the film that I chose for it actually is a different film to what I gave you, but also the same film. It's American Pie Part 2.
Okay.
It was just, I'd say I was young, and it was the first time seeing anything like that on screen. And it was very sexy.
You'd put Star Wars here.
Also, like, playing with the lightsabers.
Okay, yeah. I mean, American Pie, like, to be fair, I'd probably agree with that. That's probably like the first film I watched where it was like, for the age we are, I would say we were like...
I think it's the answer you put for this one in the end, or you chose in the end. But yeah, and I know for a fact we had a discussion about how, in this day and age, the American Pie films are quite dicey. Like, they've not aged well in terms of how they treat women and the idea of stuff. So obviously, that side, 100% in disagreement about it. Like, we're all for women's rights and whatnot, aren't we, Charlie? Yeah. So, but it's still sexy.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Subcategory. So, what film has given you a troubling boner or something you found sexy but shouldn't have? So now that you've put here Chewie from Star Wars.
Same answer. No, Princess Jasmine from Aladdin.
Okay.
When she wears that red costume after she's been taken over by Jafar, and then she starts flirting with Jafar in a way to distract him. Yeah. Okay. You shouldn't feel that way about a cartoon.
Okay. I would have thought, like, and you know, since you said that, well, since we did it last when I did it, I remember, was it something randomly come up? It was like most sexiest cartoons. It was like something on like Facebook. You scroll through, like Lad Bible or something. And number one was the what's the name? Who Shot Peter Rabbit? The
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Shot Peter Rabbit is a very dark film. Enid Blyton sat there being like, "What the hell?" Not Enid Blyton, sorry, Beatrix Potter.
Who Shot Peter Rabbit?
Mr. McGregor's really got pissed off with Peter finally going. He's decided just to forget about it instead of catching him, just shoot the fucker.
Which is a relatable thing. Like he keeps going and stealing his bits. Is whatever he was stealing. So no, fair play. But yeah, I don't even know what her name is in it. Do you know what I mean?
Jessica Rabbit.
That's just a rabbit. But then you think, well, she's a rabbit. So then
she's not a rabbit. Pete, I've had this conversation. I genuinely swear I've had this exact same conversation with someone the other day.
I thought she was a rabbit.
She's a rabbit. No, she's married to Roger Rabbit, which is why her surname's Rabbit.
Oh, okay. And is he a rabbit?
He's a rabbit.
So she's marrying a rabbit. And where's Peter Rabbit involved in this?
They only got the rights to Peter Rabbit at the time.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
No,
fair enough.
A second answer to this one genuinely was at one point, which I think was far worse, but Nala's sex face during The Lion King. When her and Simba are frolicking together, she has a look where she's like, "Yeah, come here, you little fucker," and it's pretty sexy looking.
Okay, fair enough. That is...
I'm genuinely like you're sitting there now. I'm going to send you it. Nala's sex face. I don't know what's going to come up when I Google this. It's a bit scary.
Get the safe search on.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to send you this.
I'm thinking of, I'm not thinking of, but have you seen all these ones in Disney where it's like there's like a penis in the background of like they've drawn something and things like that.
And those are your sexiest things.
Well, no, they're not my sexiest things. I'm just thinking. I see what you mean. She's pulling a. Yeah, I mean
she's got proper sex eyes. So I've just sent the picture to Charlie.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at it.
Google Nala's sex eyes. It doesn't come up with anything explicit. I promise.
That was disgusting what you sent me there, Mike. That's not even. No. Okay.
We spent too long on this topic.
Yeah, I was just going to say, moving on from talking about a lion's sex face. So my next question is, which films do you most relate to? Or which film do you most relate to?
Now, I was pissed off with you so much for your answer for this one. You gave The In-Betweeners.
Oh, okay.
And it's the perfect answer, because I would 100% agree with you. That is who I am. Like, I'm in between. I wasn't the cool kid, I wasn't the loser kid. I was just in the middle. I was friends with the cool kids, friends with the loser kids. Simple as. But I was thinking, I can't have the same answer. Like, I've got to think of something different. So I started rattling my brain, and actually, I think this one's just as good. And it's I Love You, Man.
Okay.
Throughout school, I was always friends with just the girls. Like, I'd have a few male friends. Like, don't get me wrong, like, one of my best mates to this day is still a guy called Cole. But I was just always, like, literally just all the women's friends. So, like, if I was to have got married back then, taking Carl out of the picture, like, I wouldn't have had a best man, if you get what I mean. No. Because it was all female friends that I had. Yeah. So, actually, like, I can actually see Paul Rudd's character's Pete. I think it's Peter. Or is Peter his Jason Scales part? I can't remember. But I can sort of, like, put myself into Paul Rudd's shoes in this film. And, like, the idea of, like, them becoming really intently, like, friends with someone, almost, like, romantically, sort of, just... Yeah. It's a great film, for starters. Absolutely amazing. And I always find that I have proper bromances with people, like yourself, with... I always end up having bromances instead of just friendships.
Okay. Again, another film that I've never seen.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, genuinely, this one... Okay, so what films so far have we got that you got to go see? I can't remember the last. Oh yeah,
Hot Rod. So I'm rewatching Hot Rod.
Rewatch Hot Rod, Basketball, Orgasmo, Bullet Train, and I Love You, Man. God, you've got a busy Wednesday, Tuesday, but you've got a busy day regardless of what day it is.
Okay.
No, it genuinely is absolutely hysterical. It's got a great cast in it. So Jason Segel, Paul Rudd, Felicia Jones, Andy Samberg. I can't remember his name, but he played J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I know you mean.
And even like Lou Ferrigno playing himself as the Hulk sort of thing. Like it's genuinely got a phenomenal cast, and it's so funny.
Okay. You're going to have to text me these films because I'm just going to forget after we do this episode. Text me after this episode.
I'd say this one and Bullet Train are the two you need to watch.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Next question. Which film is objectively the greatest film ever?
For me, Back to the Future.
Okay.
It's perfect in every shape possible. Like, it gets time travel right. It's just a great film. I know, like, for most people, the answer would be, like, Godfather and stuff like that. But can I be honest with you, Charlie? I've never watched The Godfather.
What? You've never watched The Godfather?
Never watched The Godfather or Godfather Part 2. Two of the greatest films of all time.
There's a film for you to put on your thing up. I mean, again, a film I've not seen in a while, but I've actually got a like a Godfather picture thing in my living room because I do really like the God. I'm not so fussed about the others, Godfather 2 and 3. I don't mind them, but the original Godfather is a really good film. But again, it's a really good film if you're into them kind of films. Like if you're not into them, then
if I might watch it, and objectively speaking, I might disagree that it's the best film. There might be things I think, actually, is that really as good as everyone thinks? But for me, objectively, just because I think so much dedication has been put into making this film, it is Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So yeah.
See, I love the theme song from Back to the Future. It's probably one of my favourite theme songs.
Yeah.
I do like, and I always have I've been to Florida quite a few times to like Universal Studios, and I don't know why, but when I hear that theme song, it always takes me back to that because I remember walking through into Universal Studios and that song playing. Yeah. Like, because obviously it was Universal film. Well, Universal film. They used to have the Back to the Future ride, which was like a Motion Master one where you were sat in the car and but it was like a huge car kind of thing. It wasn't, and that was actually quite a funny story. They had somebody dressed up as Doc. Yeah, it was a doctor.
Doc Brown.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was my mum. Well, we went to have a picture, but we thought it was one of the ones where it was like just stood really still and made us jump as we.
Oh really?
Had a picture, but that ride they got rid of that ride. It's now the Simpsons one, but that was good. I did enjoy that. You'd have loved it. You'd have
absolutely loved it. I love it. I remember going to see Back to the Future in 2015, the period that there's obviously Jump to the Future in. I remember watching all three films back to back, sat there with a Marty McFly future cap on while watching it. I'm obviously going to see the musical this weekend. And by this weekend it's already gone because it's back in December when we're recording this.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. So a bit of time travel here in this podcast episode. Absolutely loved the film. And I'll tell you a bit about why in a bit.
Okay. So, my next question is, which film is the one that you've watched the most?
And it is... Well, it was between two, and I couldn't decide which one it was definitely going to be. So, the one I haven't chosen, and I'm pretty sure this definitely isn't the answer the more I think about it, is the latest Muppets movie with Jason Segel. It's my go-to hangover film. If ever I'm feeling like I'm well or something, I'll put it on. I love it. Like, it's just a feel-good film. And another film that you'll cry at the end for. I remember my sister-in-law came around a few weeks ago to look after George, and me and George were just watching the film, and my son, being George, and was just watching the film before getting ready to go to work, and she came in and was just watching it with me, and she was like, that was just a nice film. I was like, it doesn't harm anyone, it's just a nice film. It's funny, it's heartwarming, doesn't go to make any big sort of like announcements or anything. So it could have been the Muppet movie that was going to be, or the Muppets, should I say, that was going to be my most watched film. Okay. And the more I thought about it, it's definitely not, because Back to the Future I've probably seen well over 200 times. Yeah. Back to the Future is my answer. The reason I know I've probably seen it well over 200 times is because when I was in Exeter on my placement year, I lived in hospital accommodation which had no TV signal, no internet signal, no phone signal, and the only thing I had on me when I first moved there was a Blu-ray DVD copy of the Back to the Future trilogy.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know whether my love of the Back to the Future film is Stockholm Syndrome, because I just watched it so many times.
Yeah.
But I watched it with a DVD commentary. I watched it with all these sort of like the special features telling you all the facts about the Lone Pine Mall and the reason it changed to Lone Pine Mall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Like, I can tell you so many facts about the film when watching it, and that's why I think like its attention to detail when watching the audio commentary and stuff like that. It's just phenomenal, and I love it even more that Biff in sort of like a changed future becomes like a Donald Trump type character, and he was actually based off Donald Trump. And he's like, when you watch that film, having his most recent presidency sort of like finished, it's like, oh my god, they actually predicted that. It's insane.
Yeah.
But they didn't predict a lot of the future, because I think it was like Jaws 19. That's not happened. And then there was also in one of the newspaper clippings. This is the second one I'm on about here now. But they predicted that Queen Diana's coming to visit. I was like, right. But yeah, no, the first Back to the Future film I think is technically perfect in every shape or form. It's just so well done. Love it. You still there?
Oh, hello. So
Hello.
I lost you a bit there. You keep coming in and out.
I'm back now.
You're back now. That's better.
We'll cut this bit out.
That's better. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, one thing about Back to the Future and Home Alone, because obviously you got Biff from Back to the Future, and then you know the one that played his older brother in Home Alone.
Yeah.
The one that's like a bit of a bruiser. I always used to think they were the same person. Like that was him when he was younger.
Considering Home Alone came out in 1990, sorry, and Back to the Future 1989, or it might be 98. It doesn't quite tie in unless he
no.
The future.
but they remind. Well, has he gone Back to the Future? Has he just got like left there? Like, but I don't know. They always reminded me of this. And obviously, I knew with the time difference. Well, with when the films were released and everything, it was physically impossible. But I always used to think it was the same person that played him, because they always looked like, even played like a very similar character. But yeah. So our final question. So, what film has made you laugh the most? You've sharted yourself.
I've just
added that other bit.
I noticed that, Charlie. I remember going to see Borat when it first came out at the cinema. And I was in, like, genuinely, I'd say I missed about 50% of the film.
I'm losing you, I'm afraid. I can't hear anything.
I'll start it all again. I still remember going to see Borat at the cinema. I would say I probably missed about 50% of the film from just laughing so hard. Like, I found it just so funny, it was insane. Obviously, like, I could not breathe during the end sequence, you know, where they have the naked fight in the hotel. But it was the shock value of it, wasn't it? It was just so shocking that he'd actually done this, and that the Americans just pulled for it, hook, line and sinker, and were so shocking in what they sort of revealed about themselves. It was just, it was an eye-opening experience as well as being absolutely hysterical.
Okay. I do. I mean, Sacha Baron Cohen films like Borat and Bruno and things like are some of the ones like I just find hilarious. Like, Bruno again, like Borat was good, but Bruno was like, I watched Borat thinking, how can you make a film that's more controversial? And then he meets Bruno, and you think, okay, well, he's done that, he's up that. Like, because Bruno, 100%. Makes Borat.
And then Borat 2 was just as controversial as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, absolutely loved it. A second answer to this might have been, I don't know why, but I do really enjoy the film, but Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. It's a film with John C. Reilly.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's a sort of thing of what's his name, the Johnny Cash one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a parody of like going through all the different eras and stuff. And I just remember going to the music in that film is absolutely phenomenal for starters. All written by John C. Reilly and the creator of the film. I can't think who it is, but yeah, absolutely amazing. And then I just remember me and 3 of my friends I feel like was the only ones in the cinema, was just laughing the whole way through it. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure Borat would be the answer if I was to stump out the two.
Okay, so that comes to the end of my questioning. So I've well, I need to cut this bit out. I'm just
testing Charlie's improv skills here.
Yeah, my improv skills isn't the best. I need a script. So you've said that you died by eating too much barbecue food. So
yeah,
I was there and I witnessed it. So you just keep eating sausage after sausage, then another sausage, and then
some burgers in there as well,
and some burgers, and yeah, just meat. Just at one point, you were eating a live pig. Like, it was just getting a bit ridiculous, and your stomach slowly started to expand and expand and expand, and then just splattered everywhere. So it was pretty disgusting. A bit awkward, as like it was a barbecue that invited me and Lauren round to, so put a bit of a dampener on the night. But luckily, there was a coffin, so we shoved you all in there. What was left of you, anyway, splattered you all in there, and yeah. There was enough room to put one DVD or VHS, depending on what you prefer. But luckily, in heaven or hell, depending where you're going, it was movie night. So, I'd like to think heaven has a DVD player. I'd like to think that.
And
so
a VHS player as well.
And a VHS player. So, yeah,
they've even got a Betamax for those old school collectors.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, now everything's streamed, so like
exactly, I could fit a hell of a lot in this coffin on just one USB.
yeah, you could, but it was well, I suppose you could have it on USB, or could Heaven get Netflix? But then you'd maybe need to bring a Wi-Fi booster as well.
I don't think this is on any streaming services.
No. So, my final question is: what movie's coming with you?
It's got to be Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one in particular, or
the first one? Yeah,
the
Back
first
to the Future Part 1.
Okay.
But they're all, I would say, they're only like 0.5 of the difference in my ranking between each other.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair
enough. Do you think? I mean, is there anyone? There's still the Doctor from Back to the Future. Well, Doc still alive, isn't he? The actor that played him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got Emmett Brown, Christopher Lloyd.
And I mean, this is an additional question. Who would, obviously somebody that's died, celebrity, who would you choose to watch that film with?
Oh, good question. Difficult question. I don't know. Because, like, ideally, I obviously wouldn't wish him to die, but I'd want, when I died, maybe Michael J. Fox is there and sort of like takes his own life because he was like, I knew he was such a fan. And then up in heaven, we'd just watch it together. That'd be the ideal situation.
Yeah.
As depressing as it was. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some dead comedians that might not have experienced it. That actually sort of. That's what I'd probably pick. I'd try and think of a. In fact, I know who I'd pick, and he would have watched the film, but just in terms of who he is, imagine watching it with Robin Williams.
Yeah, that would be. That's a good answer.
Just watching any film with Robin Williams would make anyone's day, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Just meeting him, he seemed like a genuinely nice person as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was. I mean, I remember being in San Francisco not long after he died.
Yeah.
And we sort of went past the house from Mrs. Doubtfire. Where they filmed the house, and there was people had laid like sort of flowers and little cards and things like remembering kind of thing, which was quite nice. Touching kind of thing. But yeah, no, Robin Williams, brilliant actor and really nice guy.
Yeah, and we'll probably sit down and watch Back to the Future and me. Remember that when I get up there, Robin.
So that takes us to the end of the episode. Some good choices, Mike. If I
Thanking you.
And a couple of films for me to watch anyway.
Yeah. We'll test you on them next week.
Yes. So that gives me literally all of the rest of today. Well, to be fair, I do have some time today because Lauren's booked a couple of treats people to come around and the Asda order, so okay. I can't really be going out anywhere. So if I can find them on any of the streaming platforms, I shall try and watch. I'll try and watch at least one of them.
Yeah, that can be a mission. Watch at least one of them. My ideal one would genuinely be Bullet Train. I cannot express how.
But where is? But I would love to watch it, but it's not out, is it?
No, I think it's only just come out on DVD.
Is it? I'd probably have to pay for it on. I'll probably get it on Virgin Movies. I might do that. I don't know if Lauren's massively bothered. I might treat myself. Get it on Virgin Media Movies or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But
treat yourself, mate. Treat yourself.
I'll treat myself. But no, thank you to our listeners for listening. I suppose to thank you for answering the questions that you wrote.
No problem, Charlie. No problem. I didn't write them. It's the great Brett Goldstein.
Okay.
Hercules from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he the one that was in the
end credits?
Yeah, but he's in. Oh, what's it called?
Ted Lasso.
That's the one who plays the hard, Vinnie Jones footballer.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise it was him.
Yeah, absolutely loves films.
Okay. The only thing I can remember seeing him in is Ted Lasso, and he always plays that kind of grumpy character. That I remember. Apart from obviously Thor, I've not seen him in anything else.
He's he's a character who always plays the sexy love interest in shows that I've seen him in.
Okay.
He's the sexy neighbour next door in a show called Drifters, things like that. He's a great guy, a great actor, and he seems like genuinely a decent guy. On his most recent stand-up show, he does a 6-minute rendition of Muppet Christmas Carol.
Okay. See, I couldn't imagine him ever doing that.
Yeah, he loves the Muppets. He thinks they're the best things in the world, and he interviewed the Muppets about the Muppet Christmas Carol as well recently for Entertainment Weekly magazine.
Oh, okay. Is he English?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He writes Ted Lasso as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I've learned a lot of things. I'm just on a little IMDb of him, things he's been in, but apart from Ted Lasso, Doctor Who.
Yeah, very talented guy though. Very funny guy.
Okay. Very good. Well, at that, I shall. We'll leave it at that. So, what we got planned for next week, or have we not got anything? We've not got anything planned yet.
No, we're not going to say what we're going to do next week. I think you've got a themed episode planned, haven't you?
Oh yes, I do. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I couldn't even remember.
That's right. So that's what we'll probably be doing next week.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for listening, and we shall see you all next week.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.